My child, stop right there. I need to warn you about something right now. Yes, you, not the person next to you, not someone else scrolling past this. You. I am not speaking from a distance. I am not sending a casual message. I am breaking into this moment, your moment, because what I have to say cannot wait another second. You've been going through it lately, haven't you? Like, really going through it. The kind of tired that sleep doesn't fix. The kind of heavy that smiling in front of people doesn't hide. You've been carrying something nobody around you fully understands. And today, right now, I'm stepping in. Because there is something the enemy has been hiding from you. Something he does not want you to find out. And I'm about to expose it. But first, stay with me. Don't scroll. Don't rush. What I'm about to tell you has the power to completely shift the next chapter of your life. I know what's been going on behind closed doors. I saw you last night. Not when you were performing for people, not when you had your game face on. I saw you when it was just you. Alone. When the noise stopped and the real feelings came flooding in. I saw the tears you wiped before anyone could notice. I heard the prayers you whispered so quietly, you weren't even sure you were saying them out loud. I felt the weight you've been pretending isn't there. You've been strong for everyone. Showing up, pushing through, keeping it together for the people around you. Even when inside, you were running on nothing. And some nights you asked me, God, do you even see me anymore? Do you hear me? Have you forgotten about me? Let me answer that right now. No more silence. No more waiting. I see you. I have always seen you. Not just the good parts, all of it. The struggle, the doubt, the exhaustion, the moments you almost gave up. Every single tear, I collected it. Every wordless prayer at 2 a.m., it reached my throne. Every moment you thought you were invisible, I was right there, closer than your own breath. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not too broken, too late, or too far gone. That is a lie, and I'm about to tell you exactly where that lie is coming from. You've been asking why, haven't you? Why does it feel like everyone else is moving forward while you're stuck? Why do you keep praying for the same thing and nothing seems to shift? Why does it feel like the doors that open for other people stay locked for you? I hear that question, and I'm not going to give you a religious answer that sounds good but feels empty. I'm going to tell you the truth. The delay you've been experiencing is not punishment. It is not neglect. It is not me turning my back on you. It is preparation. You know what happens when gold is put through fire? It doesn't get destroyed, it gets purified. Every impurity burns away. Every weakness gets refined. And what comes out on the other side is more valuable, more radiant, and more powerful than before. That's what I've been doing in your life. Not punishing you, preparing you, not abandoning you, strengthening you, not ignoring your prayers, aligning your breakthrough with the version of you that's actually ready to carry it. If you feel that truth landing in your spirit right now, type in the comments, Father, I trust your timing. Let that be your declaration today. Let that seed of faith go into the ground right now. Now, I told you at the beginning there was something the enemy has been hiding from you. Here it is. He knows your breakthrough is close, closer than you think, and that terrifies him. See, the enemy doesn't attack people whose destiny is finished. He doesn't waste his energy on lives that have no threat to his plans. He goes hardest after the ones who are about to step into something significant. And that's why the last season has felt so heavy. That's why confusion has been louder than usual. That's why discouragement has been showing up every single morning like it has a scheduled appointment. The attack was never random. It was strategic, because he sees what I see in you, and it scares him. But here's what he doesn't want you to know. He has no power to stop what I've decided to do. None. He can whisper. He can discourage. He can delay. But he cannot cancel what I have written over your life. Those thoughts telling you it's too late. Lies. Those feelings saying you're not enough. Lies. That voice saying nothing will ever change. That's not your voice. That's his. And you need to stop letting it rent space in your mind. And in just a moment, I'm going to tell you exactly what I see coming for you. But I need you to understand something first, because if you miss this next part, you will miss everything. You know the story of Joseph? Young man, big dreams, chosen by God for something incredible. But before the palace, there was a pit. Before the promotion, there was the prison. Before the breakthrough, there were years where it looked like absolutely nothing was working. His own brothers turned on him. He was sold into slavery. He was falsely accused and thrown in prison. From the outside, it looked like God had completely abandoned him. But here's what nobody tells you about Joseph's story. In every single season, the pit, the slavery, the prison, the scripture says the same thing. And the Lord was with Joseph. Not the Lord showed up when things got better. Not the Lord returned after the storm. The Lord was with him the whole time, through every dark moment, through every unfair situation, through every year that felt wasted. That's your story too. The pit you've been in, I was there. The prison season you've been walking through, I was there. The years that felt like loss, I was there, working something you couldn't see yet. David was anointed king years before he sat on the throne. The promise came long before the position. And in the waiting, God wasn't slow. He was building the character that the calling required. Your character is being built right now. Your faith is being stretched to carry something bigger than you've ever held before. This season has not been wasted. It has been necessary. Okay, here's what I see coming for you. I see doors opening that have been shut for years. Not cracked open, wide open. The kind of doors where you'll look back and realize why every other door had to stay closed until this one was ready. I see relationships being restored that you stopped believing could be healed. I see financial pressure beginning to lift in a way that catches you completely off guard. I see peace returning to your mind. Real peace, not the kind you have to fake or force. I see one phone call, one conversation, one unexpected moment that changes the entire trajectory of what's in front of you. And it's closer than you realize. But my child, this is why I needed to warn you today. Because the enemy knows what's coming too. And he's going to throw everything at you in the next season to get you to quit before you reach it. He's going to use discouragement. He's going to use people. He's going to use your own past, mistakes, and whisper, see, you don't deserve this. You're not ready. You're going to mess it up. Don't fall for it. Don't you dare quit now. You are so close. You've survived every hard season up until this point. Every storm that was supposed to break. You're still here. That is not an accident. That is proof that there is something on the other side worth fighting for. And there is something specific I need to tell you about the next 30 days of your life. Stay with me, because this is important. I want to speak to you personally for a moment. Not in a general way, specifically about your life. About what I see when I look at you right now. I see someone who has been giving more than they've been receiving. You've been pouring out for other people, your family, your friends, your responsibilities, and very few people have stopped to pour back into you. That changes now. I see someone who has been carrying guilt about the past. Things you did, things you didn't do, choices you made when you were in a different place. And that guilt has been quietly stealing your joy every single day. Let me be clear. I already dealt with that on the cross. Every mistake, every failure, everything you're still beating yourself up about. I carried it. I paid for it. You don't have to carry it anymore. I see someone who has been afraid of the future, afraid that the good seasons might not come, afraid that you'll hope again and be disappointed again, afraid to fully trust that things can actually get better. But fear is not from me. I did not give you a spirit of fear. I gave you power and love and a sound mind. That fear you've been living with, it's not yours. Give it back to the one who sent it. And I see something else, something you might not even fully recognize in yourself yet. I see a calling on your life that is bigger than the box you've been living in. I see gifts and purpose inside you that have barely been touched. I see a testimony being formed right now that will one day set someone else free. The pain you've been walking through, it is not just pain. It is preparation for purpose. One day, you will sit across from someone who is exactly where you are right now, broken, exhausted, about to give up, and your story will be the thing that keeps them going. Nothing you've been through has been wasted. Not a single tear. Not a single sleepless night. Not a single unanswered prayer. I have been weaving it all together into something you will want. See clearly. Here's what I want you to receive about the next 30 days. This is a season of turnaround, not a season of more waiting, a season of turning. Things that have been stagnant are about to start moving. Prayers that have felt stuck are about to get answered in ways that surprise you. Some of you are about to receive financial provision from a direction you did not expect. Some of you are about to receive a healing, physical, emotional, relational, that you had honestly stopped asking for. Some of you are about to step into a new chapter that you couldn't even see coming 2 months ago. But here's what you need to do right now, today, not tomorrow, not when you feel ready. Today, you need to release what you've been holding on to. The bitterness toward the person who hurt you. The resentment that's been eating at your peace. The unforgiveness you've been carrying. Like it's protecting you, when really it's just weighing you down. Forgiveness is not for them. It's for you. It's the key that unlocks the prison door. And some of you are staying locked in a prison that you have the key to. Let it go. Give it to me. I'll handle what happens from there. And I need you to forgive yourself too. Stop rehearsing the mistakes. Stop replaying the failures. Stop punishing yourself for things I've already forgiven. You are not your worst moment. You are not your biggest failure. You are who I say you are. And I say you are worthy, chosen, and deeply loved. Receive that today. Let it actually land. Don't just hear it. Let it go down into the deep parts of you that have been hurting. Now I need to talk to you about something serious. Because I love you too much to let you walk into the next season unprepared. The enemy does not stop just because your breakthrough is coming. In fact, the closer you get to what I've promised you, the harder he pushes back. That's just how this works. Some of you are going to face attacks in the next season that feel personal. And they are personal because the enemy is personal in his assignment against you. He knows your weaknesses. He knows what makes you doubt. He knows which relationships to use, which memories to surface, which fears to amplify. But here's the thing. He is not all-knowing. He is not all-powerful. He cannot read your mind. He cannot see the full picture of what I'm doing. He's working with limited information and limited authority. And he has already lost. The cross settled it. The resurrection confirmed it. Every weapon formed against you has already been addressed. You are not fighting for victory. You are fighting from victory. But there's something specific you need to guard in this season. Something the enemy is specifically targeting right now. And if you let this go unprotected, it could slow down everything I'm trying to release into your life. Stay with me. What you need to guard is your peace, not your reputation, not your position, not your image, your peace. Because everything the enemy does in this season is designed to steal your peace. If he can keep you anxious, he can keep you distracted. If he can keep you distracted, he can keep you from hearing me clearly. If he can keep you from hearing me clearly, he can delay what I'm trying to do in your life. Peace is not passive. Peace is not just the absence of conflict. Peace is a weapon. When you guard your mind with my peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding, you become unmovable, unshakable, undistracted. Philippians 4 verse 7 says, "The peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and minds in Christ Jesus." That peace is available to you right now, not when the situation changes, not when the storm passes, right now, in the middle of it. So let me ask you something real quick. What has been robbing your peace lately? What thought keeps coming back? What situation keeps pulling your attention away from what matters? Name it, acknowledge it, then hand it over. I am not asking you to pretend it doesn't exist. I'm asking you to stop letting it sit in the driver's seat of your life. You can acknowledge the storm and still let me steer. You can feel the pressure and still trust the process. You can be honest about the pain and still hold on to the promise. That's not weakness. That's actually the most powerful thing you can do. You are entering a new season. And I don't say that to hype you up or give you temporary goosebumps. I say it because it is literally true. The season you've been in, the heavy one, the confusing one, the one where nothing seemed to move, that season is ending. You can feel it shifting, can't you? Something in your spirit has been sensing it even before this moment. The new season looks different. It's not a perfect season. There will still be challenges. There will still be moments of uncertainty. But the weight, the specific crushing weight that has been on you, is being lifted. In this new season, you're going to walk with a different kind of confidence. Not arrogance. Confidence. The kind that comes from knowing who you belong to and what that means. The kind that doesn't get rattled by every obstacle because you've seen enough of my faithfulness to trust that I've got the next part too. In this new season, your discernment is going to sharpen. You're going to get clearer about who belongs in your life and who doesn't. You're going to get clearer about what you're called to and what you need to let go of. You're going to get clearer about my voice and quieter about all the other noise. And there's one more thing I need to tell you before we close. Something that will change the way you pray from this moment forward. Don't skip this part. Here's what I need you to know about how to pray in this season. Stop praying from a place of desperation. Start praying from a place of declaration. Desperate prayer says, "God, please, if you're there, please help me. I don't know if you're listening." Declaration prayer says, "Father, you promised." Your word says, "I stand on what you spoke over my life. I declare that what you started, you will complete." There is a difference between begging someone for something and claiming what already belongs to you. You are not a beggar at the throne. You are a child of the King. You have access. You have authority. You have a Father who is not withholding good things from you. He's timing them perfectly. So here's what I want you to do after this video ends. Find a quiet place. Could be your car. Could be your bathroom. Could be wherever you can get 5 minutes alone. And I want you to speak this out loud. Father, I trust you. I release what I've been holding. I receive what you've prepared. I declare that my story is not over. I declare that breakthrough is on its way. I declare that I am not forgotten, not abandoned, not too late. I am yours. And you are faithful. Say it like you mean it. Say it even if you don't fully feel it yet. Faith comes before the feeling. The declaration comes before the manifestation. And then, watch. Watch what I do in the next days and weeks. Watch how I move. Watch how I answer. Watch how the things you prayed about start shifting in ways you couldn't engineer. Yourself. My child, I need you to hear this final thing. You came across this message today for a reason. It wasn't random. It wasn't an accident. I lined this up for you specifically. In this moment, in this season, in this exact place you're standing. That means something. That means I know where you are. That means I see what you're carrying. That means I am actively involved in your story, not a passive observer, not a distant God watching from far away. I am in it with you. The warning I gave you at the beginning of this video, here's the full picture. The enemy has been trying to convince you that you are on your own, that nobody sees, that nothing is moving, that hope is foolish. That's the lie I needed to interrupt today, because none of that is true. I see you. I'm moving. Hope is not foolish. It is the exact thing I put inside you to keep you connected to what I'm doing. You are not alone. You have never been alone. And you will not face whatever comes next alone. Either. The pressure you've been feeling? It's not going to last forever. The confusion is not your permanent address. The exhaustion is not who you are. It's what happens when you've been fighting hard without fully letting me carry the weight. Let me carry it. For real this time. Not just in theory, actually hand it over. Say, God, I can't carry this anymore. I trust you with it. And then leave it there. If you've made it this far, I'm so glad you stayed. Because these final words are specifically for the ones who needed to hear everything before the breakthrough could land. And that's you. You're here for a reason. You stayed for a reason. And what was spoken over you today is alive. It is not just words. It is spirit and it is life. Receive it. If this message reached you today, if something in here spoke directly to what you've been walking through, drop in the comments right now. I receive it. 2 words. That's your declaration. That's your seed of faith planted today. And if someone came to mind while you were watching this, someone who's been struggling, someone who needs to hear they are not forgotten, share this with them. You might be the reason they don't give up today. Subscribe so you don't miss the next message. Because what I have to tell you next is going to build on exactly what I spoke over you today. And remember this, no matter what this week looks like, no matter what the enemy tries to throw at you after you close this video, you are seen, you are known, you are loved, and your story is still being written. I am not done with you yet. Not even close.